Several groups, including the ANC, COSATU and the Muslim Judicial Council, have pledged to welcome outgoing South African ambassador to the US, Ebrahim Rasool. Our SABC News reporter Vanessa Puna is on standby. So Vanessa, we can see there that the outgoing ambassador is set to get a hero's welcome with some of those placards, of course, written, Rasool, you have served our country with honor. What's happening where you are?
Good morning, and yes, indeed, you're absolutely right. From what we saw earlier on this morning to now, a definite change in the picture. Of course, a short while ago, the members, the supporters started arriving here at the Cape Town International Airport. This, of course, leading the call of, among others, COSATU, as well as the SACP and the ANC Dula Omar region. It is a feeling of celebration here today. You'll see that various people clad in their political party colours are at the moment celebrating ahead of the return of Ambassador expelled from the US, Ebrahim Rasool. Speaking to some of the leadership earlier on, they were telling us that their coming together here today is not in defiance of what the president has asked, that there must be no inflammation of the situation regarding the US and South Africa, but indeed that they cannot not welcome a son of the soil, saying that the Ebrahim Rasool is indeed a South African and someone they are proud of, someone with a long political history in this country, and someone that they are indeed prepared to welcome a hero's welcome here at the Cape Town International Airport today.
Vanessa, that statement, of course, from the president that people must exercise restraint and not further fuel tensions. On this front, talk to us and then just to give us a sense in terms of what you've been hearing, and what time is that plane expected to touch South African soil?
Just battling to hear you at the moment. The line is quite shaky, but also we know that there's quite a loud noise emanating from the group, a very vocal group that had gathered here at the airport. But of course, what they are saying is that they don't see this as being in defiance of the president's call at all, but rather something that they cannot ignore, the return of expelled Ambassador Ebrahim Rasool, saying that he is indeed a son of the soil, a South African, and in this vein, they are here to support him as he returns home. And also, I think you mentioned, or you asked what time he's expected to arrive. Well, the time given to us was 11 o'clock, and of course, we are just short 15 minutes or so from 11. But certainly, if indeed he does come through normal airport processes, this is where he will be arriving in the international arrivals terminal and hall. And of course, all eyes will be on the doors just to my right-hand side. Of course, if everything happens according to the normal airport processes, that, of course, is where Ebrahim Rasool, Mr. Rasool, will be coming through and be greeted by quite a vocal group of supporters who have gathered here at Cape Town International Airport this morning.
Okay, Vanessa Puna watching that story for us coming out of the Cape Town International Airport. Tell you what, we certainly are keeping an eye on that story. As you can see there through those live visuals there, our Vanessa Puna is keeping an eye on that story. This is where several groups, including the ANC, COSATU and the Muslim Judicial Council, have pledged to welcome outgoing South African ambassador to the US, Ebrahim Rasool, and he is expected back after his expulsion by the US. Now, of course, in conversation there with Vanessa Puna, so much was said there, especially when it comes to some of the chats that she's been having throughout the course of the morning. And most people are eagerly awaiting the former ambassador to make his way back home. And he will be getting a hero's welcome, as we heard there by our colleagues there. And also just in conversation in the morning with our very own Samkele Masego there, having those interviews with COSATU there and posing that very important question around the exercising of restraint and not further fueling tensions between South Africa and the US, getting in there, some of those questions to those guests that were with him there. And of course, there's lots to expect on this front as we continue to await our colleagues to bring us that. And it turns out, as we're having this conversation, the outgoing ambassador to the US, Ebrahim Rasool, has just arrived. We've just been told that he's just arrived, and what we've been seeing there, I'm told my colleagues have actually seen pictures of him there. He had just touched South African soil. He has just arrived, and our colleagues Samgele Masego as well as Vanessa Puna are watching this story for us. So I'm told we should also be expecting him to make his way out of those sliding doors any moment from now. We are told that he's landed and he is within the airport building. We're just waiting for him to make his way out of those glass doors, and we're trying to get our reporters that are on the scene to bring us the latest and bring us up to speed in terms of what will be happening. You heard that Vanessa said there are still some airport processes that Ambassador Rasool still needs to go through when he touches down, and after that he will be making his way out for that hero's welcome. And I think I'm taken aback to those conversations from our colleagues, Samgele as well as Vanessa in the morning. They were saying so much has been said as a build-up to this very moment there. When we look at some of the voices that have been added to this particular discourse, many voices have been added to it. And as it comes down now to this moment, we are waiting our outgoing ambassador to the US, Ebrahim Rasool, to make his way through those doors now to that hero's welcome. And of course, we're trying to bring back our colleagues back on the line to come and have this conversation with us, just to bring us up to speed in terms of what's happening actually on the ground as it is at this moment as we're having this conversation. And Samgele, we are told that Ambassador Rasool has landed. What are you seeing? What are you hearing now on the ground?
Ambassador Rasool has a touchdown on South African soil. We are anticipating that he will walk through these particular gates at any moment from now. He was on a flight from Heathrow that has just landed in the country at this point in time. It did come in through BA. I did see some officials ushering him out of the plane and going into the check-in point, into customs of the country. He will come out. We are told to come and greet these ANC members who are gathered here, led by the Dola Omar region. We did see the Deputy Regional Secretary of the Dola Omar region, the Regional Secretary. They are here to accept and to welcome Ebrahim Rasool back into the country, alongside the provincial leadership of the SACP and also the province of KwaZulu. They are here for the arrival of Ebrahim Rasool. As you can see, those ANC members are chanting those particular slogans in anticipation for Ambassador Ebrahim Rasool. He was expelled from the United States of America due to those scathing comments he made on the white right-wing supremacist agenda that is seemingly sweeping across America and also in the global community. You do know that there is that diplomatic warfare that has currently ensued between South Africa and the United States of America. You've had scathing words coming from leadership of the governing party, particularly the president of the Veterans League of the African National Congress, who described America as an impeccable enemy, saying that you've got to choose whether to continue pursuing trade relations or economic diplomacy. And economic trade relations with the United States of America ahead of humanity. The United States administration has been very hard on the South African government, particularly on the stance the South African government decided to take the Israeli government to the International Court of Justice, to The Hague, to act against the crimes against humanity that are being committed against the people of Palestine.
And of course, Sam, so much has been said about the icy, the frosty relationship with South Africa and the US at this particular point in time. And I know I'm taking it back to the conversation yesterday as well with political analyst on this very channel, Mr. Sandile Swana, who says that, you know, the media had missed an opportunity to engage Mr. Rasool intellectually on the comments that he made, but rather remained fixated on his expulsion from the USA. Just how big of a factor is this all in the scheme of things as we having this conversation?
The debate, particularly around the diplomatic relations between South Africa and the United States of America, is not as easy cast in stone as many may assume it to be, particularly looking at how the United States of America is not doing well economically. You look at the protectionism that has been employed by the administration of President Donald Trump, saying they must make America great again. You look at the debate, particularly around BRICS formations, on the de-dollarization of the world, around BRICS formations, trading amongst themselves, using their own currencies or creating a BRICS currency. And look at the debate also that goes further to speak about the expansion of BRICS and how BRICS particularly now controls a huge amount of the global GDP with the expansion of those BRICS formations and also the South-South cooperation. You're looking at the strengthening of the Eastern Bloc of countries as well, particularly led by China, Russia, South Africa, India, and a number of other countries, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, Iran. You look at the relations South Africa closely enjoys with the Iranian government, how President Cyril Ramaphosa was particularly applauded by President Vladimir Putin when the BRICS summit was in South Africa with the expansion of BRICS, and how he was commended for his diplomatic mastery in negotiating that expansion of BRICS, particularly with the inclusion of Iran, the resolving of the conflict between Iran, India, that was South Africa centrally involved in those negotiations, and also Russia as well with Iran. It just tells you how President Cyril Ramaphosa has moved into another league, particularly when it comes to the diplomacy game, particularly on the international level with negotiating with his counterparts, and how he was perceived as, respectfully one may put it, as a lackey of the Western forces. But in the words of politicians within the country or former politicians like Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, saying that he has actually proved to be quite the opposite of what they thought he is.
And also with that conversation you were having with Kosato, but earlier on you rehashed that message from the president that says exercise restraint and not further fuel tensions. Is that the sense that you are getting from the groups that are there now that have converged at the airport?
Well, I can tell you now, there are two police officers who are literally going to the gates of the international arrivals. There is aviation security as well. The three police officers are essentially going to usher Ambassador Ebrahim Rasool when he comes out of those particular doors from immigration. They will usher him in this direction. There are other SABC officers who are gathered on this specific site, which will heighten security for Ambassador Ebrahim Rasool, as they will try evidently to try and stop us from door stopping him when he arrives into the country. I did see him walking past those particular staircase or corridor there, coming and going through to immigration, coming out of that British Airways aircraft coming from Heathrow, which means he connected through Britain, coming back into the country, and that will further, when he arrives with these ANC members, he will try and greet them. We did see some of the people who are here to anticipate his arrival. You can also see that particular placard that is being hoisted there at the back that says "Welcome home, Ebrahim Rasool." That is there at the back. You can't clearly see it now. My colleague, he will try and show you. We are seeing the back of it. It will be hoisted in this direction in a moment or two from now. Those ANC members welcoming Ebrahim Rasool back into the country, where the ANC and the government has basically said that maximum restraint must be exercised not to further exacerbate the divisions and the diplomacy tensions that are there between South Africa and the United States of America, and in particular with President Donald Trump, with the Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and also the businessman Elon Musk, who is one of those who are alongside the administration of the United States of America launching an onslaught against South African government.
And of course, Sam, from this side, that placard also reads, Ebrahim Rasool, you have served our country with honor. And clearly this has been the sentiment throughout the build-up to this very moment. That's exactly what we've been hearing. And I know it's a bit premature right now, but also there's been some chats around a replacement. We don't really know who's likely to replace him at this stage as U.S. ambassador, do we?
We don't know at this stage who will replace him as an ambassador to the United States of America. President Ramaphosa, through his spokesperson, Mr. Vincent Magwenya, has said that South Africa and the president will take its time in examining the situation on who will replace Ambassador Ebrahim Rasool. He will take his time to apply his mind. We have seen the Democratic Alliance, through its federal chairperson, Helen Zille, applying pressure that Tony Leon should be the one to essentially go and replace Ambassador Ebrahim Rasool. There is Ambassador Ebrahim Rasool. He has effectively arrived in the country. We are going to go and try and stop him as he arrives. Ambassador Rasool, how are you feeling being back in the country?
We are blocking the path here, but let us greet our family and then we'll speak to you.
Thank you, Ambassador Rasool.
Thank you very much.
That would be Ambassador Rasool saying that you will go.
Don't come all.
We will greet our family and then we will come and speak to the media.
That is Ambassador Rasool saying that they will come and speak to us. At this stage, he is going to greet his family and he will go and greet ANC members who are gathered here at this point in time for his arrival. We did try and doorstop him. He is receiving a hero's welcome here.
Just a minute.
His mother.
There's my mother.
The ambassador is essentially making his way to go and greet the ANC members who are gathered here to go and engage with them on this hero's welcome he is receiving here at the Cape Town International Airport. You can see that particular hug there. He is giving his members of the family. He is engaging with the regional secretary of the African National Congress in the region of Dola Omar region, where he is a member. He will now go and essentially engage with the members of the African National Congress to welcome him home as they're hoisting the flag of the... When are you briefing the president?
Afterwards, I'm going up to Pretoria tomorrow, so we'll see.
You are going up to Pretoria tomorrow? Yeah. Are you hopeful that you will be reassigned somewhere else?
That's not my ambition.
Yeah. How do you feel about being expelled?
We will speak afterwards.
That is Ambassador Rasool saying he is going up to Pretoria tomorrow. He will go and engage with Pretoria. As you can see there, he is being hugged by members of the African National Congress. The police are very tough here in the scrum that is here. Members of the ANC, they are essentially saying that they want to get a feel and touch of their ambassador. You can see the hugs that Ambassador Rasool is giving to the leadership of the African National Congress in the Dola Omar region. You remember, Ebrahim Rasool is the former premier of the Western Cape, is the former leader of the African National Congress. He has served in various government structures. He's a former board chair of the DBSA as well. He will be going to Pretoria tomorrow to essentially see President Ramaphosa and to give that particular report on his expulsion from the United States of America. But the ANC flag is flying high here at the Cape Town International Airport. We can see Ambassador Ebrahim Rasool. He is with Benson Mkinchwa going to address those ANC members. He is being hoisted to go closer to them. He is going to be given a high position where he can address those members of the African National Congress who are gathered here to receive Ambassador Rasool. It is a scrum here at this point in time. They are seeing that their liberation hero, their ambassador who confronted the height of imperialism in the world, is essentially back home. He is essentially giving those hugs and kisses from those members of the African National Congress who are here to receive their political leader, their hero, the one who confronted white imperialism at the height of protectionism that is going across the world at this point in time in policy.